What's up, everybody? Michael Gardiner here, founder of dfymeetings.com, your choice for B2B prospecting done for you. And in this video, we're going to go ahead and jump into how you can get consistent social media marketing agency, or really any B2B service, whether it's software, consulting, website design, whatever, clients on Groupon. Now, to start off, if you don't know what Groupon is a website that curates discounted services primarily from local businesses, where you can go and browse and find deep discounts in your area, whether that be for home services, personal services such as haircuts or massages, and a whole bunch of other categories. So it's a great place to find a long list of businesses for quite a few reasons, which we'll go ahead and dive into. So why do we want to find businesses specifically on Groupon? So businesses on Groupon have indicated that they have the capacity to take on more work, especially with it being really hard to find employees right now, and also there being a lot of supply chain issues. Businesses on Groupon have already indicated that they are able to take on more clients. Because right now, especially if you have, say, a home service marketing agency, finding businesses that have capacity to take on more work due to a lack of employees, or who have the materials to take on more work due to the issues in logistics right now, is actually quite difficult. So this is a big batch of people who have said that they are able to and willing to take on more work. These are also people who are willing to invest in order to get clients. Going on Groupon doesn't necessarily cost money, but does take a huge chunk of a commission, which we'll get into later. So these businesses are indicating that they're willing to invest money and time to get new clients, which separates them from the ones who don't, which is also a big chunk. These are also businesses that have somebody on their team who has minimal computer skills, especially if you're targeting home service business owners. It can be really frustrating when someone just has no idea how to use a computer. So these are people that at least know how to use a computer a little bit, which will make your lead quality a bit higher. And these businesses are stuck getting tons of penny pincher leads. Groupon is a place you'll go to get good deals. Now, people who are going to get good deals don't always turn into return customers and aren't always the best customers. So a lot of times these businesses are highly incentivized to go ahead and get off Groupon because the leads are such low quality. And also, it can be a lot deeper of a loss leader than expected. People go on Groupon expecting to be a loss leader, but with lack of return customers or a return customer coming so far later for their business, then it's often much of a deeper loss leader than they might have initially expected. And the biggest reason you want to reach out to people on Groupon is Groupon makes you discount your services. So let's say you're selling massages, they're normally $100. You put them on Groupon for $60. You already have a $40 loss from your normal price. On top of that, Groupon takes 50% of the revenue. So if you're charging $60, you're not out of $30. And at that price, a business is probably actually losing money to acquire that customer. Now, that person who went and got a massage, are they going to go on Groupon and get the next cheapest massage or keep coming back? It's kind of unlikely they're going to come back. They're looking for a good deal, especially if services that are like once a year or twice a year, like say pressure washing. That's a very big loss leader, because you have a discount, then half of your revenue given up, plus obviously the cost to fulfill, to then have someone who might come back a year or 2 years later. So these are all the reasons why reaching out to businesses on Groupon is a really good idea. So now that you know why to reach out to people on Groupon, what are you going to do? So first thing is, choose the area you're going to go target. So unlike just going on Google, there's not going to be an infinite amount of leads. There's a lot of leads, but if you only work, say, in one area, like Miami, Florida, you might run out of leads in a month. But if you're going after a whole state or a whole US, you should be fine. So choose the area you're going to target. Like Groupon, it's based on location, zip code. You can search zip code. Also, Groupon operates in multiple countries, but it's not always called Groupon. So just keep that in mind. If you're in another country and you're like, oh, they don't have Groupon, you probably do. They just operate under some different names. So just do your own research. Now, you're going to want to search for businesses matching a keyword or category that you want to work with. So let's go ahead and hop over to Groupon so you can see what I mean. So firstly, let's say if you work with all home service businesses, you can go to categories, you could go to local, and we could look for home services. There you have all the home service businesses in a location. I have Chicago selected here, for example. Or let's say you only work with one segment of home service. You can click on contractors or HVAC, or you could search it up here and you'll see people just in that segment. If you run out of leads, just go ahead and change the location and get a bigger pool of leads. Now that you've found all of these businesses on Groupon, I recommend throwing them into a spreadsheet just to keep this as efficient as possible. And even better, you should be having a virtual assistant do this. If you don't know how to hire a virtual assistant for lead generation, go ahead and check one of my previous videos. I have one on where to hire, how much to pay, and what to expect. Now you're going to want to go to those businesses' websites and find their information using a tool like snob.io, which pulls their emails from their website or SalesQL. Keep in mind, not every business is possible to discover information. You may have only a 70% success rate of actually finding a business's content information. That's okay. But with a tool like SumUp.io or SalesQL or even Hunter.io, you'll have a pretty good chance of finding their information. If you don't know how to use these tools, their websites have free tutorials, or you can look around on YouTube and there's a bunch of great videos. If you do want to sign up for these tools, there are links in the description to go ahead and do so. So now you have a list of people on Groupon who are great people to work with due to all these factors we talked about. They're selling a service that you want to work with, and they're also in a location that you want to work with. Next, we have to send them a cold email. Now, really quick, this doesn't need to be cold email. This could be LinkedIn. This could be Instagram DM. This could be mail. This could be a cold call or a cold email. Since this channel is focused around cold email, and that is what I offer as my primary service, we're going to talk about how to actually send them a cold email. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about how I would write the first email to them. Keep in mind that all my cold emails I write for my own clients and myself are normally 5 to 7 follow-ups long, and then I add them into a CRM and essentially keep following up forever. But I want to focus on what is that first email going to be to them. And then if you want to keep on follow-ups, there's plenty of other videos on my channel or on YouTube on how to structure your follow-ups. So first thing is a relevant introduction. So what would you say to someone you found on Groupon? Keep it really simple. Hi, let's just use Bob for example. And we could say Bob's pressure washing. Hi Bob, came across Bob's pressure washing on Groupon in Chicago, and I really impressed with your reviews. Tons of context. We know his name, we know his business name, we know where he is, we know where he found him, and we're also giving some flattery. Now you might say, well, what if Bob has bad reviews? Well, you just disqualified yourself somebody who's going to be a bad client, so don't even worry about it. Just assume it's positive. So now what's the pain point? Pain point is that they're giving up 50% of revenue. You could say, I was curious to know how Groupon is working out with giving up 50% of your revenue on top of already discounted services. There you go. There's the pain point. We're hitting it very hard. So there's the pain point. We're hitting it very hard. Now what you do, and keep in mind, they do not care about you. They care about how this helps them. The reason I ask is I've been working with a handful of pressure washing businesses, helping them get new clients every month through, we say, Google advertising, all at 25% of the cost compared to getting clients through Groupon. There's what you do and why it matters. Obviously, just be refined. We're just kind of going high level here. So clear call to action. Are you open to a quick phone call this week or next to hear more about how this could work for Bob's pressure washing? Let me know. Signature. Keep it simple. Thanks, Michael Gardiner, and then your website. That's it. Hi Bob, I came across Bob's pressure washing on Groupon in Chicago and I was really impressed with the reviews. Introduction. Pain point. I was curious to know how Groupon is working out with giving up 50% of your revenue on top of already discounted services. Hitting at their pain. Reason I asked, I've been working with a handful of pressure washing businesses, helping them get new clients every month for Google advertising, all at 25% of the cost compared to getting clients for Groupon. Again, we're hitting at, we know our numbers, we work with people in their niche. Are you open to a quick phone call this week or next to hear more about how this worked for Bob's pressure washing? Let me know. Clear call to action, and you have your signature. This is one of the best cold emails you can write for local businesses. You don't want to overdo it. You can maybe include a case study. There's obviously other structures, but this is the core of what I would go for, and I highly recommend trying this out. In order to set expectations, with a local business cold email, you want to have multiple follow-ups. You're going to need to use a CRM. Adding in a phone call certainly help, and you can expect to get anywhere from 1 to 5% of people to actually book in, depending on how much you follow up. So I hope this helped. I hope you try it out. I hope to see you get some clients. If you have any questions, go ahead and throw them in the comments. And if you'd like help with me running your cold emails, feel free to check out my website, link in bio, dfimeetings.com, where I handle all of your prospecting. Thanks for watching. Drop a sub, and I'll see you in the next video.